Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle, here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. 5-0 to the Gunners. This is a really good one to watch and have a lot to talk about. So let's get started straight away with the lineup, because that's how I always start these ones off. You know, we stayed with Ramsdale in goal despite the 2-0 defeat in PSV, but I mean, who else are you going to put in goal? Turner is apparently injured. Anyway, I didn't know that. But yeah, I heard the commentators say something about his injury. So I hope he wasn't in the squad today, so I hope he gets better soon. We have more to talk about injuries later. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu leading defence, and then Odegaard, Partey and Xhaka in the midfield. And obviously the usual front three. Now, let's get straight into it. Who had the star performance today? To be honest with you, I think I have to give it to someone who came off the bench, and that was Reece Nelson. Here he is, getting 2 goals in 3 minutes after coming on in the 27th minute because of a Saka injury, which I'll talk about in a second. But yes, it was really good of Nelson to get 2 goals. I think that really boosts his confidence, and he deserved those 2 goals, right? He was threatening the Forest defence, and he got one in eventually off a rebound. You know, he shot one, keeper saved it, and he shot again. But that doesn't matter in football. He still got the goal, and it was a good goal. You can't say it wasn't. But yeah, let's talk about the other goals as well. Martinelli's goal was really good. Great assist from Saka. Martinelli kind of lays it off to Saka. Saka takes a touch, whips it in, and Martinelli's got past the defender and headed it into the bottom. Well, it wasn't even the bottom corner. It was in the middle. But I do want to take a moment to give my thoughts and prayers to Pablo Mari. We did a celebration with the shirt, which was nice. As he was stabbed recently, but we hope he gets better soon. Yeah, so good goal there. Started off the game, and when it got to half time, it's a little bit shaky because it's a position we've been in a lot of times. We score one early, we don't get another one before half time, and then in the second half, the opposition comes out guns blazing. We didn't let that happen today. We got another one 5 minutes into the second half. Nelson, as I said, was the big factor involved in that, and his second goal was equally good. It wasn't as, it wasn't fancy or anything crazy, but laid off from Jesus, and he's just kind of put it into the bottom left, and it was just great to see that. And then obviously later on, Thomas Partey with a disgusting goal. I didn't realise this was assisted by Nelson as well, by the way. So 3 involvements for him, which is good. And he's laid it off. Nelson's laid it off to Partey. And there was another one like a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember. Partey's just from outside the box. So much power. Has just whipped it and it's gone top right. And it's great to see. That's what you want to see from Partey. It's just such a good goal, and every time he was outside the box with the ball afterwards, everyone was telling him to shoot, and of course they were. But once we stop telling him to shoot, he actually starts scoring, and I think that's what we need to, as Arsenal fans collectively, just shut the fuck up. If Partey's on the ball, just let him do his thing, and he's more likely to score if he hasn't got the pressure of the whole crowd, right? And then we made some changes, which is fine. These were all reasonably good changes, and Odegaard gets that 5th. I would have liked a 6th, and I think we deserve it. But yeah, overall, very well played. But let's talk about some of the other things that went on in the match. Let's talk about the Saka injury, and I think the reason for this injury, there was no specific moment where it happened. It was just a culmination of matches that he kept playing and being injured in over and over again. Well, not injured, but just small knocks, and then it wears down our player, and he's played every minute so far this season. He played almost every minute last season as well. He's just playing all the games for us, and that's obviously going to wear him down. I think he wanted to keep going because he knew the World Cup's around the corner, and now he's a doubt for the World Cup, but we got to hope he's okay, right? But yeah, fingers crossed for Saka. I hope he gets well soon. But now the question is, who starts next game if Saka's not available for it? Will it be Nelson or Marquinhos? Well, I think after Nelson's performance today, and after the fact that we chose him over Marquinhos to be subbed on, it will be Nelson to start the next match. But it is against Chelsea, so we do have to be careful there. It's unfortunate we won't have Saka for that one. It does make me a bit more nervous for that match, especially as it's at the Bridge as well. But I do think we can get a result if we field the right 11 with the right tactics and we get it right on the day. It sounds a bit obvious. But the second thing I wanted to talk about is this man right here, Gabriel Jesus. Now, he did get 2 assists today, which is great. It's good for him. He deserves them. It's such a shame he didn't score. He needs to score. And what I want to say as an Arsenal fan is, just fucking Jesus, he's not very good. We need to get rid of him. Obviously that's the instinct. But I think it's one of those instances, and that's what we did with Aubameyang, right? After a while, last season, we just said, it's time to move on from him. But we need to have faith in Jesus here. As soon as he gets a goal, I guarantee he'll be back to firing form. He's in so many good positions, and he threatened Forest so much today. Yeah, he really deserves. He really deserves his goal, but it's unfortunate. He will get it eventually, though. Anyone else that I want to talk about? Yes, Ben White had a really good performance today. Goes under the radar all the time, and I think it's important that we keep bringing him up because he did really well. Just rock solid at the back, shut down any attack that was coming his way. And these two here, Xhaka, all three of these were really good. Our whole midfield, Xhaka and Partey were linking up brilliantly in the midfield, controlling the play, especially so in the first half. And Odegaard, he got his goal, but he was involved in a lot of the attacks, and just the way he passes the ball is just magical to watch. He just does that weird with his left foot, and it just curls along the floor. And it's so nice. I don't know. It's just satisfying to watch this guy pass. But yes, as you can see by the match, 70% possession. We dominated this game. 24 shots with 10 on target. It really could have been 6 or 7 or even 8-0 today if Jesus had finished a couple chances and we got a bit more lucky. But as you can see, they won most of their duels, so fair enough to them. No, but we were definitely the better team today, and I do have to say that the defence of Nottingham Forest wasn't amazing. But as we're on the topic of Nottingham Forest, let's talk about them. I thought Henderson, despite letting him 5, he didn't make any mistakes, did he? He was quite good, quite solid, and none of the goals were really his fault. He couldn't really save any of them, and I thought he had a pretty good performance. And there was a couple moments where Lingard, Awoniyi, and Gibbs-White were getting in behind, and they played pretty well, especially so in the second half of the first half. And they looked like they might score one, but ultimately we were just a better team in the end. The fans were really good for them at least, but after 3-0 down, they kind of quiet down. But yeah, it's a tale of first and 20th. That's what I forgot to say. We're back into first place again, which is great, and we finally kept a clean sheet at the Emirates this season, which I didn't realise was a thing. We hadn't kept a clean sheet at the Emirates before today. But there you go. The more you know. But just overall, really good performance. It's what you want to see, especially after a loss against PSV and a draw against Southampton. It's great that we're able to bounce back almost immediately, get a 5-0 win against Forest, which is something we'd needed all season so far. A big win, a big statement win. 4-0 would have been our biggest win, but we got 5 today. Would have liked 6. I really would have liked 6, especially at the end. We could have easily got a 6. But we'll have to settle for 5-0. Nah, I'm joking. Obviously, 5-0 is a great result as well. What do I think about the referee today? The referee today did his job, I guess. There was a couple, maybe, missed calls. Maybe Vieira should have got a yellow card, actually, for a handball. But I thought overall, pretty solid performance. Got most of the decisions right. I just think the only complaint I have is Jesus, and we should have scored more. But I think we have to keep faith in Gabriel Jesus, because as long as we do that, he's eventually going to get that goal. And once he does that, he'll be back in the top 5 scorers in the league kind of thing, and he'll be racking them up for us. He'll take more shots. He'll score more goals from the shots that he is taking. Anything else I wanted to talk about? Let's have a look. I think that's pretty much it. Just a really good performance today, something we needed. We reclaim top of the table, and now we look with that confidence to go to Stamford Bridge and get the 3 points there. And if we are able to do that, we're looking in a very good position. So very happy with the performance today. Mikel Arteta got it all right. And special praise to Nelson. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comment section. In the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.